Hi, this is MC of Healthy by George. And I'm just coming to you tonight because I feel like I want to share about these GLP-1 drugs. And maybe you're feeling like me, a little frustrated because last month I went to refill my medication. And guess what? It is a shortage. That's right, a shortage.
Welcome to Healthy by George. I want you to know that this is for informational purposes only, and it should not be considered as medical advice, nor does it have anything related to my employer. So it's always best for you to check with your own medical provider before you do anything that I recommend or for any medical treatments. So please join me, hit that subscribe button, and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode.
So what does it mean when we have a shortage of these GLP-1 drugs, such as Wegovy, Ozempic, or like me, I'm on Mounjaro. And apparently Zepbound, which is the sister drug of Mounjaro, which was given a designation of weight loss by the FDA earlier this year, it's also potentially going to have shortages. And that these shortages may go through April. And who knows, maybe even longer, because the FDA did extend the shortages. It seems that the doses that are above 5 milligrams for Mounjaro are going to be a shortage. And I'm not sure exactly where Zepbound is in its shortages, but there are shortages because that's what happened to me. I went to fill my medication, and they told me, guess what? Your 5 milligram is not available. But they did have 2.5. So I immediately reached out to my doctor and I said, so should I go on the lower dose and then at least keep on medication? And she recommended that I do. So I went back to the lower dose. Unfortunately, I've been on the lower dose for a couple of weeks and my weight has just kind of stayed the same. I haven't continued to see weight loss. And I think that's going to be something that I have to confront potentially in the future when I get to a goal weight. And I don't want to be, I want to be mindful of the fact that these drugs are not a fix-all. And I want to have changes in my lifestyle and changes in my ways of exercising and living that also will complement me as I go through this journey of getting to a goal weight. I know that many people probably don't feel as strongly about this as I do, because maybe you're used to the struggle. But I think for me, the revelation that after 30 plus years that I finally have been able to get to a weight lower than I was 30 years ago is absolutely astounding. And I really want to see where this can take me. And I think you can hear my little dog. He's in the background. Suddenly I'm wanting attention, of course. But yeah, I think that if you are, on this journey to see how you can improve your health, and for me, it's one of improving my health because my joints have been suffering because I'm overweight. And also, too, there's other issues around having a weight issue, is that it puts you at risk for more things as you get older. You're at a higher risk for diabetes, you're at a higher risk for cardiac issues, you're at a higher risk for cancer, you're at a higher risk for arthritis. So while I think there's a lot of acceptance in our body sizes that's happening, a little, maybe not as much as we'd like to see, there still is the clear issue that no matter what, if you are going to carry a lot of weight, which I'm overweight, into your older years, there's going to be some possible problems that you may face. I know I've had to face them. And it's not that I, judge myself or I'm highly critical of myself. I just recognize that this is where it was. And if there's some way that I can put together a multi-pronged approach to help me as I get older to be the healthiest person I can be, then I want to take it. So, I'm a little discouraged about these shortages. I see that the companies are trying to do something about the shortages by purchasing some manufacturing companies so that they can have a larger access to making these medications. And I understand injectables are a little more difficult to make. And that's why they do have a medication that's an oral form of the GLP-1 drugs that's in research studies now, but it's still early. It's hard to say because clearly having an oral form of the drug may be a little easier to make these drugs available and more accessible through the process of manufacturing them. So I don't know about you, but I really wanted to share with you this because I think that ultimately, while I see how much the GLP-1 drugs are helping me, I recognize that they're not an all answer to the issue. I need something that is more complex and multifactorial. I need more things to help me as I go on this weight loss journey. I need ways of basically exercising, recognizing what my nutrition is all about, and improving all of that, all while I'm trying to do my very best and take advantage of the effort that the GLP-1 gives me to be better at processing insulin in my body. Of course, everything wants to make noise right now. So, share with me your own processes, share with me your own struggles. I know we all want to be the very best version of who we are. That's really the true goal. And ultimately, as we get older, I want to have a functioning body. I want to have I want to be able to move and do and think into my 80s. I don't want to struggle with pain, which I know many, many people struggle with pain. In fact, I was on an Instagram Live earlier, and one of the nurses that works with our team, she shared that, one of the women who she was caring for had looked at her and said, if she could only keep walking. So, that's something to keep in mind, that we want to do the very best we can now while we're capable, so that as we get older, we still can keep moving and functioning as best as we can. So I'm looking forward to how I can do things differently. I've made a decision to let go of all refined sugar this month, which is not a simple task because I do try, not try, but I do suddenly feel like I need to have a serving of ice cream every now and then, or something that it has a sugar content that's probably more than normal. It's not simple, but I think it's worth a try. So that's what I'm going to do this month. I'll come back to you next Sunday and share with you how challenging it is. It's hard to break old habits when you're out with people and they want to all share a dessert. Somehow you want to have a couple of spoonfuls too of ice cream or cake or whatever. And while at this moment it's not something I'm going to choose to do, maybe in the future, as I get more things that I'm doing that promote a healthier lifestyle for me, such as building more muscle, getting more exercise in, continuing to have a better nutrition of whole foods and grains and vegetables, and keep working towards optimizing all of those factors so that I can be the best version of myself. So how are you joining in and being the best version of yourself? Share with me your GLP-1 20 journey. Are you struggling with not having access? Be careful. Don't be frustrated so much that you go out to a compound pharmacy or you try to get some kind of medication that is not well controlled by the FDA. So when you think about it, I'd love for you to subscribe. I'd love to hear from you. This is MC, check me out. Check out some of the other episodes. And come back here every Sunday and Thursday when I'm going to be posting more updates about various components of health that I'm exploring and re-educating myself on. That's right, this is MC of Healthy by George. Bye-bye.
So thank you so much for joining me at Healthy by George. I hope you found the information inspiring and that it encourages you on your wellness journey. Because remember, your body, your well-being are a most precious gift, and every tiny action taken daily can make a huge difference. I hope the information here is educational purposes and is not meant to replace your medical care. See your doctor and talk about what works for you. If you enjoyed today's content, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Your support means the world to me, and it helps me continuing creating content that inspires and empowers you to live your best life. Goodbye for now, and join me again at the next Healthy by George.